for oral answer. I call on Government Order of the Day, number 1.
Appropriation 2013-14 Confirmation and Validation Bill, Committee stage.
Mr. Speaker.
David, order. I declare the House in committee. Order. I declare the House in committee for consideration of the Appropriation 2014 Confirmation and Validation Bill. Mr. Chairman.
The House is in committee on the appropriation. The House is in committee on the Appropriation 2013-2014 Confirmation and Validation Bill. This debate is the committee stage of the Appropriation 2013-14 Confirmation and Validation Bill, and the time allocated for this debate is 9 hours and comprises 2 distinct elements in accordance with determinations of the Business Committee. The first is the debate on the annual financial statements of the Government as reported by the Finances Expenditure Committee. The time allocated by the Business Committee for this debate is 2 hours. The second is the debate on the annual reviews of departments, offices of Parliament, Crown entities, public organisations and state enterprises as reported on by select committees. The time allocated by the Business Committee for this debate is 7 hours. Members, we turn first to the 2-hour debate on the Government's 2013-14 financial statements and the report of the Financial Expenditure Committee. The Business Committee has determined that the first call will go to the Chairperson of the Finance and Expenditure Committee and that the total number of calls will be as follows. The New Zealand National Party, 12 5-minute calls. New Zealand Labour Party, 7 5-minute calls. Green Party of Aotearoa New Zealand, 3 5-minute calls. The New Zealand First Party, 2 5-minute calls. And the Chairman is on his feet. Will the member keep his mouth shut? And that the Maori Party... order! Order. I'm on my feet. The member will be seated. I'm on my feet. The point is, for the members who are present, that the Business Committee has agreed to a motion, particularly from the opposition parties, so that this debate will have more meaning than they've deemed it to have in the past. It is a new process, and I'm endeavouring to lay that out to the Committee of the whole House as we are now. So I would appreciate the ability to continue so that members are fully aware and not ignorant due to their adherence to the ways that have happened in the past. And that the Maori Party, ACT New Zealand, United Future New Zealand may negotiate with the New Zealand National Party for calls during the debate. The question is that the report of the Finance and Expenditure Committee on the annual financial statements of the Government for the year ended the 30th of June 2014 will be noted. Point of order, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Perhaps you may say that this committee outside this House decided this and has decided that. But the fact of the matter is this House is the master of its own destiny, and we will not be ruled out because of some arrangement made outside the House with which we do not agree. Now, if you could tell me how 14 gets 15 minutes and 12 members gets 10 minutes, and that's fair, then I'd like you to explain it to me mathematically, but it's not. Beg your pardon? You got a problem with actually working out the mathematics on that?
Member should make his point of order or complete.
Well, my point of order is simply that that ratio cannot be fair. That 14 members that gets sit down, that 14 members getting 15 minutes would surely mean that 12 members are entitled to more than 10 minutes. It's just axiomatic. So there, for a start, I do not think it's reasonable.
I don't need any further help.
Nor do I think the whole process is reasonable at all.
Sit down.
It's a silly idea.
Take your seat. The point is that the protocols for this debate has been determined by the Business Committee. If the member wishes to seek leave to change that, he can.
Speaker, I seek leave for New Zealand First to have a fairer ratio of speaking time than that laid out by you in your little preamble.
Leave is sought for that purpose. Is there any objection? Yes. The motion is lost. I call David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a good time to be a New Zealander. This is a good